Hello everyone. Before solving this problem, let us understand why it is important in the Engineering Services Examination. The ESE is conducted by UPSC to recruit the engineers into the prestigious organizations such as the Indian Railways, Indian Navy, CPWD, BRO, NHAI, and other central government engineering services. And the questions from the strength of materials and machine design are common because they test the engineer's ability to connect the power transmission, thrust, stress, and the shaft designing. So today's problem combines the mechanical engineering principles with the engineering mathematics and making it an excellent numerical question for the ESE. Now, given is that shaft power P, this is 6500 kilowatt. So this is 6.5 into 10 to the power 6 watt. Okay. Speed N, this is 120 RPM. Vessel speed, this is 16 meter per second. Propeller efficiency, eta, this is 70%, so we can call it 0.70. And direct stress, sigma, this is 10 Newton plus by millimeter square. And this is the diameter ratio, the di by d0. This is basically 2 by 3. Okay. Now, many candidates immediately start using the shaft power to calculate the stress. But that is incorrect. Direct stress comes from thrust, not only the power. Okay, and power is first converted into the thrust and only then the stress is calculated. Okay, so always remember this sequence: power, thrust, area, diameter. Okay, now calculate the propulsive power. The useful propulsive power. Now substitute the values. So this is 4550 kilowatt, or we can say 4.55 into 10 to the power 6 watt. Okay. Now there are two different powers here. The shaft power delivered by the engine and the propulsive power actually moves the ship. Okay. So the efficiency connects them. Now calculate the thrust. We know power is thrust into velocity. So therefore, T equal to P by V. So substitute the values here. 4.55 into 10 to the power 6 by 16. So this is 284,375 Newton. Or you can say okay. Now notice something interesting. The ship weighs thousands of tons, yet it is moved only because our rotating propeller continuously produces the thrust, and the engine never pushes the ship directly. Basically, it only rotates the shaft, and the propeller converts the rotational motion into the forward thrust. Okay. Now the allowable direct stress is sigma, this is T by A, and given sigma is 10. So therefore, A is T by sigma, and substitute the value here. So this is 284,375 by 10. So this is 284,377.5. Now, area of a hollow shaft. This is A. This is pi by 4 into d0 square minus di square. We all know that. And given di, this is 2/3 of d0. Right. So substitute into the area equation. So this is so we can say now calculate the outer diameter. Rearranging, we are getting D0 square. This is 28437.5 into 36 by 5 pi. So this is near about 255.3 mm. Okay. Now calculate the inner diameter. So DI, this is 2/3 into 255. So this is near about 170. Okay. Now, why do engineers use the hollow shafts instead of the solid shafts? Because the material near the center contributes very little to resisting the torsion. Okay. So by removing the central material, we reduce the weight, save the material, maintain the high strength and improve the efficiency. And this is why the marine propeller shafts, aircraft shafts and the heavy transmission shafts are often hollow. Okay, so D0 is near about 255 and inner diameter DI, this is near about 170. So this is the final answer for this question.